So class 12th, welcome back. We are doing with again the same story today. It is third level and we have already, we have already started this. So today we will continue from the previous. So third level is a story by Jack Finney. It is about a curious experience felt by the narrator Charlie, and as you know, that curious experience was the cause of his particular state of mind because he was undergoing uh, some distress. He was having some distress, some sort of stress, you can say, because of the world war, because he was so much fearful, insecure. He has seen the devastation of the world war, so he always was in a fear and wanted to escape. So it was a kind of escapism. So we have discussed all these things. That the curious experience was that in Grand Central Station, New York, though there were only two levels, but Charlie experienced the third level as well. The level means the layers of the railway station. Railway station के सबसे ऊपर की layer, then underground उसके बाद दूसरी layer, then third level means तीसरा layer नीचे. इस तरह से जो कम ज़मीन में कम स्पेस में ज़्यादा जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को डेवलपमेंट करने के लिए रेलवे वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज़ में इस तरह के काम करती है. जैसे आपने देखा होगा सबवेज बनाते हैं, सड़कों के नीचे से बाईपास बनाते हैं, जस्ट टू यूज़ द मिनिमम स्पेस फॉर द मैक्सिमम इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. सो उसको वहाँ दो लेवल तो हैं. ग्रैंड सेंट्रल स्टेशन जो रेलवे स्टेशन, एंड द पीपल टेक ट्रेन्स फ्रॉम दैट प्लेस टू गो टू अनदर प्लेसेस. उसका जो स्केपिज्म है, वो जो वहाँ से जाना चाहता है न्यूयॉर्क से, because of the economic condition, because of the way of life devastated by the world war, he wants to go somewhere else, and in search of that place, in search of a vehicle which can take him to that place, he discovered the third level, be it in his imagination or in real. We will see in the upcoming sessions. So यहाँ तक हमने पढ़ लिया. Then what does the third level refer to? The third level is an imagination of the Charlie who experienced once. How he experienced this third level, we will come to know. So he feels, then he meets to his psychiatrist friend, and his psychiatrist means one who deals with the ailments of mental illness. So he suggested him that he has some fear, insecurity, war, worries and all that, and because of that he is having such sort of very curious experiences, and he wants to escape from that situation. So he experiences such situation. It was told to him by his psychiatrist friend. Now we see what happens next. But that's the reason, he said, and my friends all agreed. Everything points to it, they claimed. My stamp collecting, for example, that's the temporary refuge from reality. Well, maybe, but not. Grandfather didn't need any refuge from reality. Things were pretty nice and peaceful in his day, from all I hear, and he started my collection. Means his grandfather started his collection of stamp collection. It's a nice, so the collection, 2 blocks of 4 of perfectly every US issue. Issue means a stamp, first day covers and so on. So President Roosevelt collected a stamp too, you know. So when his psychiatrist friend told him that he wants to refuse the reality of the world because of the situation of the world of that time, and he says, the Charlie means you can say the narrator says, that's the reason he said, and my friends all agreed. My friends were agree with the fact that I want to I want to go means the writer want to go somewhere else where he could get rid of these sort of fears, worries, and all that. Everything points to it. So everything was showing this. सब कुछ इशारा किस तरफ कर रहा है? That he wants to go away from that situation. Like my stamp collecting. Stamp collecting क्या है? People have a hobby to collect the postal stamps. जो post office में tickets आते हैं, they used to collect it. So the Charlie has a habit of stamp collection. That's the temporary refuge from reality. So he says that this hobby of mine, this sort of hobby of mine suggests that I am a man who refuses the reality temporarily. कुछ टाइम के लिए हम ऐसे माइंड सिचुएशन में चले जाते हैं where we stay in the past or we go into the future. So temporary refuse from the reality. ऐसा मेरा एक traits है, ऐसा मेरा psychological traits है as described by my friends. Well, maybe, but my grandfather didn't need any refuse from reality. So he's giving the logic that his friends are wrong, he is right. अगर मैं temporary refuse from reality की वजह से I am visualizing the third level, and because of this habit of stamp collecting indicate that I temporarily refuse from reality, then my grandfather also collected the stamps. So what was the problem of that time? That he was also having the same sort of mindset. तो वो उसको एक तरह से रिजेक्ट कर रहा है कि मेरे दादाजी करते थे. These were pretty nice and peaceful. These things were very pretty and nice. Things were pretty nice and peaceful in his days. Means the days of my grandfather, the things were very peaceful, very good. From all I hear, and he started my collection. As I have heard from the people that the days of my grandfather were very peaceful and happy. So why he started collecting stamps? So he refused this, that the stamp collection is a kind of refuse from reality, ऐसा चार्ले सोचता है. It's a nice collection my grandfather has started. I continued. It was a nice collection too. Blocks of 4 of practically every US issue. Every US issued ticket or stamp was collected in that collection. First day cover and so on. I have also seen that there were first day cover. अब ये first day cover क्या होता है? Stamp collection में one who collects the stamps, उसका तरीका क्या होता है? Suppose the government issue a new ticket. So the stamp collector, philately उसे कहते हैं, he goes to the post office, he buy the ticket, he pastes that ticket on an envelope and write his own address. Suppose I am a ticket collector. So I heard that government had issued a new ticket. So what I will do, I will go to the post office, I will buy a ticket, I will also buy an envelope, I will write my own address on that envelope, put that ticket or paste that ticket on that envelope, and inside I will write any piece of paper because that envelope has to reach to me, so no need to write anything. This is called first day cover. So what is the purpose of doing this? That the stamp, that ticket get stamped. Ticket पे क्या लग जाती है? पोस्ट ऑफिस की डेट और स्टैंप लग जाती है to indicate that this ticket belongs to such and such date. So this is called first day cover. You have heard this first day cover. So you now this is explaining means पहले दिन का लिफाफा जिस पे टिकट लगा के स्टैम्प कलेक्टर खुद को भेज देता है to make it authentic. This is the date of issuance of this ticket. So first day cover were there in the collection and so on. President Roosevelt collected stamps too, you know. So you also know that President Roosevelt has had a habit of stamp collection. Stamp collection की habit President Roosevelt की भी थी. So we cannot say that stamp collection is a kind of temporary refuse from reality. So he is giving the logic in this way. Anyway, here is what happened at Grand Central. अब वो बता रहा है कि what happened at Grand Central. One night last summer, worked late at the office. I was in a hurry to get uptown to my apartment, so I decided to take the subway from Grand Central because it's faster than the bus. So one day when I was finished from my office in the evening, I it was already night, so I worked late at the office. Office में देर तक काम किया. I was in a hurry to get uptown. I want to means the Charlie wants to go to his apartment. Apartment means the house, the home where he lives. So I decided to take the subway. Subway क्या होता है? उस रास्ते के नीचे ऐसे tunnels होती हैं, shortcut tunnels. They connect one place to another directly without any roundabout and traffic. So वो पैदल जाने के लिए होती हैं. So I decided to take the subway from Grand Central Station because it's faster than the bus. क्योंकि वहाँ से कोई Grand Central से अगर subway से अपने apartment पे जाएगा, he may reach earlier than the people who are going through bus. Now I don't know why this should have happened to me. I'm just ordinary guy named Charlie, 31 years old. 31 years old. I'm just an ordinary guy named Charlie, 31 years old, and I was wearing a tan gabardine suit and a straw hat with a fancy band. I passed a dozen men who looked just like me, and I wasn't trying to escape from anything. I just wanted to get home to Louisa, my wife. So on that day, when I went to that subway so that I could reach my home at earliest, so I don't know what happened to me. I don't know what was the cause. I'm just an ordinary guy. मैं एक ordinary person हूँ, named Charlie. My name is Charlie, 31 years old. My age is 31 years, and I was wearing a tan gabardine suit. My dress was tan in color. A gabardine is the fabric suit, and a straw hat, a hat made of straws. ऐसी hat और gabardine suit मैंने पहनी है. With a fancy band, I passed dozen men. Means when I was walking through that subway, I saw that dozen men also walking in the same subway who looked just like me. They were very similar to me, and I wasn't trying to escape from anything, and I had no intention to go anywhere else. I did not want to escape, means go away from anything. I was just walking home so that I could reach at the earliest to my home and I could see Louisa. Louisa is the wife of Charlie. So I wanted to meet Louisa. I wanted to reach home at the earliest. So I was walking in that subway. So this is the second part of the story in which the writer or the Charlie he's telling that how he come to meet that third level. I turned into the Grand Central from Vanderbilt Avenue and went down the steps to the first level, where you take trains like the 20th century. Then I walked down another flight of the second level, where the suburban trains leave from, ducked into an arched doorway heading for the subway, and got lost. That's easy to do. I have been in and out of Grand Central hundreds of times, but I'm always bumping into new doorways and stairs and corridors. Once I got into a tunnel about a mile long and came out in a lobby of the Roosevelt Hotel. Another time I came up in an office building on 46th Street, 3 blocks away. So he says, I turned into Grand Central, means in that tunnel when I was in that subway when I was going to my home, I turned to the Grand Central from Vanderbilt Avenue is the name of the place of in that subway. Subway पे मैंने एक टर्न लिया ग्रैंड सेंट्रल के लिए and went down to the steps to the first level. और वहाँ से मैं फर्स्ट लेवल के लिए मैंने नीचे डाउन turn down and went down, going down to the first level, ground level, then first level, where you take trains like the 20th century. वहाँ से आप 20th century की जो modern train है, you can see those trains there. Then I walked down another flight of second level. Then I saw that one more flight. Flight means a flight of stairs. सीढ़ियाँ जा रही थी second level के लिए. Where the suburban trains leave from. और उस second level से क्या जा रही हैं? Suburban trains leave from. Ducked into an arc doorway. फिर एक arc सा ऐसे U shape में डोर arced doorway था. Heading for the subway. फिर मैंने उस subway रास्ते के नीचे जाने के लिए I had means I went in that arc doorway. उस arc shape के doorway में मैं गया and got lost. और वहाँ जाते ही मैं खो गया. I got lost. That's easy to do. That's very easy to do. यहाँ तक तो सब ठीक था. I have been in and out of Grand Central hundreds of times. इस Grand Central में मैं I have been there for hundreds of times. कई बार रोज ही मैं वहाँ से जाता हूँ. But I'm always bumping into new doorways, into stairs and corridors. But every time I met by some new doorways, some new corridors, some new stairs. इस तरह के मुझे हर बार नए नए चीज़ें मिलती हैं, नए नए रास्ते मिलते हैं. Means I get muddled up, I get lost in those subways and corridors and all that. मैं थोड़ा सा रास्ता भटक जाता हूँ, ऐसा कहता है. Once I got into a tunnel about a mile long. एक बार तो क्या हुआ, I went through a tunnel and I came out in the lobby of the Roosevelt Hotel and I missed my way. मैंने अपना रास्ता मेरा मिस हो गया. And when I came up on the ground, then I saw that I was in front of the Roosevelt Hotel. कहीं और चला गया था. That is the name of place. Another time I came up in an office building on 46th Street 3 blocks away. और दूसरी बार जब मैं गया तो मुझे 46th Street 3 blocks away from my home. I came up in an office building. जब मैं दोबारा वहाँ से गया तो I again missed the way and I came up on the ground and then I saw that I was 3 blocks away from my address. So the writer, the Charlie, explains that these routes are very confusing and they are always missed by the Charlie in the Grand Central Station. Now what happens next in the next video? Till here you just repeat this video once or twice, get understood, and then write down the hard words. You can write the question as well, like what was his friend's explanation about his that sort of third level. What does third level refer to? You have already done this. You can also explain that what was the Charlie's experience about the Grand Central Station. So these are the different questions you can frame by yourself. You can take help of your book. You can download the PDF file from the Google. There are all the chapters even in ePathshala. So by reading that you will do it. Till then, goodbye, and do write the hard words of this story. So thanks for watching.